Hi everyone, and welcome to my presentation on resource sharing in libraries. First, I would like to acknowledge that I reside and work in Chief Dragi's territory. Since time immemorial, it has been the traditional land of the Yellowknife Dene First Nation and now also the homeland of the North Slavey Métis Alliance. So today we're going to be talking about what defines resource sharing. We'll explore aspects of resource sharing. We'll also discuss connections between resource sharing and collections. We'll identify advantages of resource sharing. And then finally, we'll look at what libraries need to do to support resource sharing in the future. So what is resource sharing? To meet the needs of all users in their libraries, librarians are looking towards other libraries to help fill the gaps in their collections. Through resource sharing agreements, libraries can provide their users access to a broader range of library materials. And I shared this quote with you. The key principle of resource sharing centers on enabling libraries to provide access for their patrons to materials beyond their immediate local collection. So what does resource sharing consist of? Libraries can provide users access to materials beyond their collections through interlibrary loan, consortial borrowing, document delivery, and shared collections. By using different types of technology and infrastructure, libraries can share diverse materials in both physical and digital formats. Resource sharing effectiveness depends on how quickly libraries can provide resources to users. Providing resources quickly to users involves staff workflow tools to help with managing requests, system-to-system communications, and standards or protocols. What are advantages of resource sharing? Well, resource sharing is a professional approach to obtaining resources. It provides a more high quality of resources to users. It is cost-effective and saves library space. It promotes interaction among libraries, and it avoids duplication of materials. It also eliminates the need for end users to search different library collections. How do resource sharing and library collections connect? Posner argues that it is the relationship between ILL and library collections that laid the foundation for solving current and future information access conundrums. ILL requests show that many users still prefer print over electronic and digital formats. ILL services have improved through automation where documents can be scanned in minutes, not days or weeks. Data about ILL lending and borrowing requests can help determine acquisition decisions, including what materials to read. In her lecture, Chatterley contends that libraries can reclaim some of their space by not having to all retain same titles in perpetuity. The material is still available somewhere as a print copy and can be discarded if it is easily available to borrow upon request. In this way, it reduces the cost of maintaining physical collections of libraries. So here I have 5 areas of resource sharing: monolithic ILL services, consortial resource sharing, document delivery, and then shared ILS within a single library system, and then a shared ILS for a library consortium. Now, we won't discuss each and every one of these today, but I will highlight a few of them. So monolithic ILL services, they are a centralized service that involve large group of libraries. As such, monolithic ILL services play a major role in resource sharing among libraries. Monolithic ILLs often contain bibliographical services like a complex database, which provides MARC records to support original and copy cataloging. Bibliographic services also contain holdings data that are attached to MARC records to support ILL services. The disadvantage of this model is that it is costly and may contain ILL fees and shipping charges controlled by the lender. So an example of this is OCLC, Wheelchair Interlibrary Loan. Wheelchair is a centralized library service platform where data and activities can be efficiently reused in as many situations as possible, reducing effort and saving time for library staff. Consortial resource sharing. Consortial resource sharing is when user needs are fulfilled at lower costs and faster rates than monolithic ILL models. So it is better than the monolithic model. Libraries can pool their resources to gain various benefits by joining together in a consortia. Libraries can obtain more resources than they would individually. The size of collections available increases while number of requests that require high-cost services are decreased. Libraries use a courier service rather than a mail service to regularly circulate materials. Shared ILS Single Library System. It is a group of libraries with different governance and funding joined together to create a shared ILS. It may also include libraries from different branches. Shared ILS can be beneficial as it lowers the automation costs. Costs can be shared. Shared ILS provides centralized cataloging and acquisitions. Users have access to a bigger aggregated collection than a single library. Users can request and place holds on materials across the consortium, and requests are easily fulfilled fast and with low costs. So what does the future resource sharing look like? Never let it be said that the need for resource sharing has disappeared. It is, in fact, as necessary in the internet age as it was in the paper era. So you can see that it will increasingly become important in the future. One model that I would like to highlight today is RapidR. It's called Rapid Returnables. So it is an extension of Rapid ILL service, which was hugely successful. It was designed to quickly fulfill ILL requests for books, and it can bring different libraries together to share resources. RapidR does not depend on a unique consortial catalog, and users can place holds on materials, and borrowing libraries can decide to submit requests through RapidR or another network. As such, it reduces the number of catalogs and areas users have to search. So a study was conducted involving the University of Delaware. They were not part of the consortium, and they began using RapidR in 2015. RapidR improved turnaround times for books at the university. Requests were fulfilled within an average of 6 days. Requests that were not fulfilled by RapidR took an average of 9.6 days. So the turnaround time for books at the university improved 37.5% when RapidR was used. Users noticed the difference that they were receiving materials more quickly than previous years. In the fall term in 2016, users checked out 88.7% of materials that were borrowed through RapidR, and higher than users who picked up materials that were borrowed without RapidR. So as you can see, RapidR has filled a gap that is impressive and is scalable. It allows for efficient resource sharing collaboration regardless of a library's memberships or library system. So what will resource sharing look like in the future? Posner asserts that the future will require even more cooperation between resource sharing and collection management, one that is more intensive and intentional. Cooperating collectively and participating in SharePrint repositories and collections will become increasingly important. Shared catalogs will be designed for more users to use, and ILL will be designed for maintaining more library users. Neither ILL, collection management, open access publishing alone will be able to solve all the issues in meeting users' needs. Success depends on pooling resources such as staff, time, budget, space, access, and preservation efforts. So in conclusion, you can see that resource sharing is essential for sharing information effectively among libraries for their users. It provides innovative platforms that are continuously improving the workflows. And I would like to share this quote with you. Finding the ideal balance of services for the lowest overall cost is always a challenge, but the best response and solution to limited resources is more cooperation and collaboration. So as you can see, libraries will have to keep on collaborating with each other. So thank you for viewing my presentation. And I would also be interested in if you answered what has been your experience with research sharing ILL services at your local library.